ANC says no coalition agreement in Northern Cape. The ANC has quashed suggestions that its Northern Cape provincial structure has entered into a coalition with the Freedom Front Plus, paving way for the recognition of the status of Orania and Afrikaner town in the province. This comes after reports surfaced that the two have entered into a coalition government after the ANC obtained 49.3% of the vote in the May election. It follows the re-election of Northern Cape Premier Zamani Saul with the support from the Freedom Front Plus last week. ANC Provincial Secretary Deshi Ngxanga said the ANC would constitute a provincial government next Tuesday. The ANC has not entered into any coalition agreements with the Freedom Front Plus or any other political party, Ngxanga said. He, however, said they have a working relationship with the Freedom Front Plus. As part of this working relationship, the Freedom Front Plus will chair the Portfolio Committee of Cooperative Governance, Human Settlement and Traditional Affairs. Ngxanga also said the Freedom Front Plus submitted a concept document on the state and the future of Orania during their engagements. As the ANC, we welcome these engagements and be impressed with the openness and honesty with which Freedom Front Plus wants us to engage on the matter. We currently intensely studying the concept documents and took up the matter with the national leadership for guidance, he added. His statement came as the Freedom Front Plus announced on Thursday that it signed the Statement of Intent to become part of the Government of National Unity, GNU, in order to be involved to help restore and rebuild South Africa. The party has maintained that it has entered into agreement with the provincial ANC on the recognition of Orania. Party leader Pieter Korenwald said his party would use the opportunity to implement and promote the party's policy and its voters' mandate to save South Africa from ruin. The party will seize this opportunity to contribute to the drafting of the better policy directions to get South Africa back on the right track. The party will play its part in ensuring stability in the country and consider it its duty to contribute in this way, Gorenwald said. He added that his party's participation in the GNU will also be used to ensure accountability to the people through fully restoring Parliament's role. Parliament's role as institution tasked with effectively overseeing the executive authority and holding it accountable without favoring any single party must be restored. South Africa must get on the road of economic recovery as soon as possible to promote job creation and improve service delivery, he said. In an interview with the SABC, Groenewald said part of the agreement with the ANC was emphasis on development of the Northern Cape as a whole. Orania is part of agreement, he said, adding that the provincial ANC wanted the Afrikaner farmers to avail their expertise in assisting the communal farmers, among other things. Groenewald added that a task team would be formed to take the process forward. A couple of weeks ago, we had discussions with the national level of the ANC. I explicitly asked about the Northern Cape and whether they have the authority to accept or not, and it was said to us, yes, they do have the authority to accept or not, and they did accept. But ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula said earlier this week that there was no such agreement on Orania. We would not entertain anything of that sort, but talking to people and their interests is in the DNA of the ANC without compromising our principles, Mbalula said. He also said Orania has existed in the Northern Cape and they have been tolerant to its existence within the democratic state. Balula said that they would give them a hearing the proposal on Orania on the table. We don't close doors to people because they have all the sorts of ideas. If they bring them to us, we will make our position known, he said. FF plus not calling for Orania independence. The Freedom Front plus FF plus says it is not calling for an independent state in Orania. The party's spokesperson Walter Wessels told the Star that the FF Plus was literally calling for the advancement of Section 235 of the Constitution, which according to him was not just limited to territorial self-determination. Wessels said the agreement the party had with the ANC in the Northern Cape was not only limited to the self-determination of Orania but also included the promotion of communities. Our agreement includes promoting communities' constitutional right to self-determination as provided for in Section 235 on the Constitution. This includes Orania, but it is not limited to such. We agreed upon the agency which will advance private-public partnerships regarding infrastructure development in the Northern Cape, he added. Orania is an Afrikaner nationalist town in the Northern Cape province. It is located along the Orange River in the Karoo region. The agreement between these two parties saw the re-election of Zamani Saul as the province's premier for the second time. In 2023, the FF Plus had also called for the right to self-determination, which sought for the independence of the Western Cape. The bill at the time was submitted to the Western Cape government by the FF Plus's Peter Mares. The committee recommended that a legal opinion on the bill should be obtained. The move was characterized as historically significant, given that it was the very first time that self-determination was formally discussed on this level in the new dispensation. Section 352 of South Africa's Constitution makes provision for self-determination by any community sharing a common cultural and language heritage within a territorial entity in the Republic or in any other way determined by a national legislation. The FF Plus's team, which represented the briefing, was Peter Mares, MPL, the party's Western Cape leader, Dr. Corny Mulder, and Advocate Gerard van Niekerk, Deputy Leader, Western Cape. Phil Craig of the Cape Independence Advocacy Group supported the initiative. FF Plus joins GNU to rebuild South Africa. The Freedom Front Plus, FF Plus, has joined the Government of National Unity, GNU. Leader Dr. Peter Grunwald said they joined because President Cyril Ramaphosa's inauguration encored the party's election slogan, "South Africa must be restored and rebuilt." The party will seize this opportunity to contribute to the drafting of better policy directions to get South Africa back on the right track, Grunwald said. The party will play its part in ensuring stability in the country and considers it its duty to contribute in this way. The party signed the statement of intent, and Grunwald said they would use this opportunity to implement and promote the party's policy and its voters' mandate to save South Africa from ruin. Ramaphosa was officially sworn in at the Union Buildings in Pretoria, Gauteng on Wednesday. The ceremony was attended by the heads of state and the public. FF Plus is the seventh party joining the African National Congress ANC, Democratic Alliance DA, Inkatha Freedom Party IFP, Patriotic Alliance PA, GOOD, as well as the Pan-African Congress of Azania, PAC, in the GNU. The GNU was introduced by the ANC-led Ramaphosa after it failed to win the elections for the first time in 30 years of its being in power. In a statement, Grunwald said being a part of the GNU would enable the party to participate in processes. By actively participating in these collaborative outcomes stemming from the elections, the party will play a key role in promoting the country and the FF+'s policy directions, he said. He added that this will ensure accountability to the citizens through restoring Parliament's role. Parliament's role as an institute tasked with effectively overseeing the executive authority and holding it accountable without favoring any single party must be restored, he said. Grunwald has committed to play a key role in the process of rebuilding the country for everyone's benefit, neither favoring nor excluding anyone. And that's it from Injibs Network. Stay tuned to our celebrity and gossip news.